Welcome, guys. Before I proceed, let's say a word of prayer. In the belief of the Power Almighty, we pray that the students who are going to apply this training today, those who are going to practice and put it in practice, will succeed. We pray that those who are going to spend time with us here, they will be successful in their trades and making money online, trading Forex, trading binary options, trading cryptos, trading stocks, and also for those who are into digital marketing, we pray that they become successful. In the belief of the Power Almighty, we pray. Amen. Thank you, guys. It doesn't matter what you believe in. Whatever you believe in, the master teacher says, learn, practice, and teach others. Okay? So let's jump into the trading. I have two students with me on here. These are private students. They're camera shy. They're not showing their faces on the Zoom call. But with their permission, we're going to share this training with the masses. Okay? So these two students are going through our binary options trading masterclass. They're going through our crypto trading masterclass. They're also going through our stocks trading masterclass. They're going through our digital trading masterclass. So during the training, I'm going to mention a lot of things about, I'm going to show you a few examples how you can use some of the simple strategies to make money online and change your life and start achieving your dreams. But before I proceed, let me put a disclaimer. Whatever I'm going to share with you guys is not financial advice. It's not professional financial advice. None of our coaches in the Smart Wolf Club is a financial advisor or professional counselors, whatever you want to call them. What we are sharing with you guys is our experience. Some of us have been online since 1998, and we have coaches from all over the world, and we've been doing this for many, many years. And whatever we share with you is something that we do every day. We are down in the trenches, okay? Now, I'm also going to be sharing with you some results or some numbers. Some of them might be small. Some might sound too big for some of you guys, but let me tell you that these results are not typical, okay? You got to put in the work. So whatever results I'm showing you here is as a result of a lot of work, okay? A lot of practice and a lot of work, okay? Now, some of the students are learning, but some of them are very dedicated, so their results are not typical. It doesn't, no guarantee that you're going to achieve the same results if you do the same things, okay? With that out of the way, let's begin. But before I proceed, let me put one cardinal rule. Rule number one, proper risk management, okay? If you do not manage your risk in anything, whether you're starting a brick and mortar store, whether you're doing online businesses, online trading, online digital marketing, if you do not manage your risk properly, you are going to lose, okay? You can lose your entire investment, and you can actually end up losing all your investment or part of it, okay? So, and this has happened to a lot of us, a lot of our students. If you don't follow proper risk management, you're going to learn the hard way. You're going to be smacked right on your face, okay? The markets will take all your money, okay? So you have to exercise proper risk management. And whatever I'm showing you, that's what I say, is not a get-rich-quick scheme, okay? You can't put in $10, expect to make $1 million the next day. Okay, that's not going to happen. And if you know anything like that, please share with us. Put a comment below the video. Show us some of those get-rich-quick schemes, and I'll check it out for you for free. Okay? Anything online, we've been there, done that. We've been online since 1998. So anything online, we have probably tried it. We've been there, done that. We've lost money. We've made money. We have given up. We've gone through all those. We've given up. We've tried it. We've done it. We've attended the webinars, $10 webinars, $100,000 weekend seminars. We've done all that. Okay. A lot of our coaches have done that. Okay. And we have coaches from all over the world. When I say all over the world, I mean all over the world. Okay. For example, if you're from Japan, I just going to mention somebody from Japan. One of our coaches, Tokyo, Japan, Mr. Tajimoto is on here, been with the Smart Wolf Club for over 15 years. If you're from, let's say, the United States, you go to the Atlanta region, we have Mr. Baker, one of our coaches, been with the Smart Wolf Club for many, many years, over 17 years. Excuse me. If you're from Sydney, Australia, Josephine, she has been with our Smart Wolf Club community for many, many years, one of our coaches. Now, all these guys are extremely successful in what they do online, and they share the experience with a lot of students, okay? So If you need help, okay, just join the Smart Wolf Club. The link is in the description. Become a member, and you can join any of our masterclasses, whichever interests you. If you want to learn how to trade Forex, you can join our Forex trading masterclass. If you want to learn how to trade binary options, you can join the masterclass. If you want to learn how to trade crypto, which is an in thing now, a lot of people are into crypto trading right now, we can join our masterclass. If you are into stock trading, you can join our masterclass. If you are into digital marketing, okay, where you all sorts of campaigns online, you know, digital marketing, like growing your companies, generating traffic, selling your products, selling other people's products, growing your social media accounts, influencer marketing, all the things that come up to promoting your businesses or services online, or your brand, growing your brand online, using social media platforms like TikTok, YouTube itself, Pinterest, Instagram, Snapchat, Google marketing, Google advertising, Facebook, all those. There's so many. Just buying social media, buying, you know, where you just directly go and buy advertising space on some obscure websites that most people don't know, but that have massive traffic potential. So we can train you how to find these, how to vet these, how to analyze these, how to research on these, how to make sure you're going to get an ROI that makes sense. So all that you can go through our digital marketing masterclass. Now, with that off the way, let's jump into this. So today is today. We're going to smash it. As one of the YouTubers says, today, smash. Okay. So what are you guys seeing here? Right now on my screen, we have the Pocket Options platform pulled up here. This is one of my students' account. One of the students on here, she has pulled up her account, and she is on Pocket Options. Let's see if we can find my student's account here. We go to the desktop version, and as you can see, that is Pocket Option right there. Okay, you can see these things that are going up and down, the green and the red. For those of you who are very, very new, maybe you're just bumping into this video training for the first time, you really don't know what is this red stuff and this stripe here is green going up and down. These are called candles. Okay, so and right now the setup here that we're going to use a strategy that is very, very simple, and we've been talking about this for many, many years. We've been teaching our Smart Wolf Club members for many, many years, and now we are sharing with the public for free. And somebody is asking, why are we sharing for free? The reason is because during the pandemic, it really touched close to our hearts. And most of the coaches and our members of the community decided, you know what, we're going to share some of our trainings for free with the public so we can help as many people as possible, brothers and sisters, be able to put bread on the table for their families and also the communities so we can help, okay? Excuse me. And who are we? We are just regular guys, okay? We are not influencers. We are not the people you see on Instagram flashing stuff. We're just regular guys, okay? We go through the same things that you're going through, okay? Every day we come in here and we attempt, do our best, okay, to survive in the markets, to make money in the markets. Every day we are out there hustling, just like any of you. Any of us could be, if you open your window, who do you see? Your neighbor? I could be one of your neighbors, okay? The only difference is probably we've been doing this for many, many years, since some of us since 1998 online. So that has given us a head start. Okay, so we're going to help you on your journey. Okay, as mentors, as coaches, whatever you want to call us, as motivators, as cheerleaders. Okay, we're going to be cheering you. So we'll be cheering you on your journey. If you join the group, if you join this movement, the online thing, okay, in quotes, I talk about the online because I meet people and say, oh, you're on the online thing. Okay, yeah, exactly. Online stuff. Okay. You can't really run away from it. Okay. Because right now you see, like, for example, if you look at the Amazons of this world, the Netflixes of this world, if you look at AI, they are now talking about big stuff on AI. Look at social media. You can't really run away from it. Most people have cell phones now. There are over 6 billion cell phones in the world. So that means a lot of people can access the internet. Information can be shared in a tweet. They call it the X now. You can just send a tweet that gets so viral, or you can create a short TikTok video that becomes viral. Millions of people can see it in an instant because of the power of the internet, okay? So you cannot distance yourself from the power of the internet. And if you do, you're going to suffer. Your business is going to lose. And that's why we teach skills like digital marketing, because we realize you cannot distance yourself from digital marketing. If you have, let's say, a brick and mortar store, you're going to suffer. And if the pandemic taught us anything, is that we have actually one of our students is on here, Martha. She had a restaurant business. They had 3 restaurant business that had been passed on in the family, generation to generation. I think she was like the 3rd generation. They had to close the business during the pandemic because of the restrictions and closures. And now she's learning the online stuff. She's going through our trainings and she's doing very well. And then sometimes we talk about it and we say, if you had an online presence during the pandemic, your restaurant business could still be thriving because people could reach you. Some of your customers, let's say all these people that knew you used to come and frequent your restaurants, if you had found a way of collecting just their email addresses, their phone numbers, their names, for whatever reason, maybe for an exchange of a coupon for next time, or a free meal or a free drink, and they give you their information, and you safeguard this information and store it somewhere on a CRM. During the pandemic, you could simply email these people in your locality or in a neighborhood, and you could do Uber DoorDash or Uber Eats, or you could use services that would deliver food. So they didn't have to come to your restaurant, but they could still enjoy the fine cuisine that you offered. But they didn't have this, okay? So when the pandemic hit and there was a restriction to movement, there was restrictions to tourism, there was restrictions to people going to the restaurants, people are staying home, they had to shut down their doors, okay? And the reason was because their customers could no longer access these places. But you can imagine, we think big and we say, imagine if you had built this massive database over the years. This was a 3rd generation owner of this restaurant, and there was 2 of them. They had 2 of them that were doing so well known. So imagine how huge their database could be. Maybe they would have 10,000 or 20,000 loyal, raving people who had visited over the years, and they could email these people. Or as simple as sharing a recipe. You could share some of your recipes, package them up into $5 or $1 per recipe, and somebody would buy your recipe and try to create the same thing in their homes during the pandemic. A lot of people took up cooking as a hobby, as a pastime, because they were locked in their homes, and they could learn your recipes and practice your recipe because they already like what you did. So this is just an idea. So guys, this is just by the way, but we're going to jump into the trading, and I'm going to show you what the key strategy we are using today for these students. And the reason why I'm using the pocket option is because a lot of our students use that to do their trading. So if you don't have a pocket option account, I'm also going to put the link below here in the description, which says get your free demo account. I like demo, starting with the demo account, because then you can get the feel of the platform without risking your hard-earned cash, okay? So pocket options, they're very generous. They're going to give you a free demo account. All you need is your name and your email address. Boom, voila, you're ready to start practicing this strategy. The strategy that I'm going to show you guys is so simple. It's amazing. You won't believe it, okay? Even my 16-year-old can do it. My 99-year-old grandmother can do it, okay? We've taught this to young fellows and they can take the trades. It's so simple. And we're going to show you the risk management and the reasoning behind what we are doing, okay? And you can trade anytime. This is binary options. So all you have to do is just put some money in your account, okay? And Pocket Options actually gives you a 50%. If you use the link in the description, you get a 50% bonus. So that means if you put $50, they give you a 50% bonus on that. So you'll be trading $75. They give you $25. If you put $100, you get $50 on top, and you can trade. But read the terms, because they keep changing the terms of the bonuses. Okay, it comes with some terms. You have to meet certain criteria, but the bonus is there. You can enjoy that, and you can start trading. Okay, so what is the idea here now? My students are going through what we call our $100 to the 20K challenge. Okay, it's a 6 months challenge. We give you 6 months. Okay, when you join, let's say, our binary options trading masterclass, the first thing we go through is the challenge. Okay, this is going to test your wits. This is going to test your guts. This is going to help you develop what we call the trader's mentality. Okay, because a lot of people come in here and they think it is very easy to trade. It could be very easy. I can show you it's extremely easy to take a trade, but you must have a certain sort of a type of a mindset that differentiates you from just any other trader out there who is blowing accounts, who is maybe gambling, who doesn't really know what they're doing, and they just blow accounts left and right. Or one day they make 100,000, the next day they are blowing an account because they're just basically guessing. They're not following any strategy. So we try to get you out of that really quickly as soon as you join our binary options trading master. And you guys can join. The link is in the description. Just join the Smart Wolf Club and you can pick any of the master classes that you want to go through. And our coaches are going to take you through the training. Like we have 2 students on here. They've been going through our master classes. They enjoy them. They're doing well, most of them. And they just started from the streets. They didn't have any background. You don't need any experience. In fact, we like people who don't have any experience because then they have no any bias. It's like a plain canvas. We can mold it the way we want. Okay. But if you get somebody who's been doing this, sometimes they're second guessing themselves. They have biases. They have preformed. Their mindset is a little crooked. They may lack focus. They may lack consistency. They may lack confidence at some point because maybe they went through some really tough times. They lost. They took a trade. They traded the same pair and boom, they lost. So they relive these bad memories, and therefore it's so hard to unwind, to undo all those crazy, removing those old cobwebs that they have already gone through. So it is hard for some of those students that come in with experience. But for the new guys, trust me, it's much easier because you have not been exposed to any bad strategies or negative strategies or scammish type of training. So you're like a fresh canvas, and now you can print the right strategies. And that's what we're here to help you guys, okay? Now, we are not saying we don't lose. Trust me, there's no trader. Even the most experienced traders lose. Some days come and they lose. Okay, you take a trade and boom, the market goes against you. Or the broker does something. Or sometimes it's just some news come out, things that we don't know, like a war, for example. Or the government passes some unfavorable regulations or laws, or they increase the interest rate or lower the interest rate, or they do something, or some figures come out, or some political event, or even some natural disaster. Like the pandemic was a big one, really. We learned a lot during the pandemic, okay? A lot of things changed, okay? Or, like for those of you who are going through the crypto masterclass, for example, recently they approved the Bitcoin ETFs. This was a phenomena that really changed the whole setup. Okay, you could see there was plenty of inflows of money from institutions, big institutions. And you can see Bitcoin pumped up really quick, even before the halving. Bitcoin hit some of the highest ever numbers, $73,000 per Bitcoin. It's never been there. That happened before even the halving. It was pre-halving, even before the halving. And we know usually after the halving, a few months later, that's when the Bitcoin goes up, creates an all-time high. But this time it came before the halving. And what happened, that was, we attribute that to the inflow of cash from the institutions, the BlackRocks, the Fidelity, the Invesco. All these guys were pumping billions of dollars into Bitcoin, pushing the price up before even the halving. And now we have the halving, and now we have a pullback, and most likely it's probably the calm before a storm, a stormy rise. Now, we are not sure, it's no guarantee, but what I'm saying is we have seen changes. So things like this, even the most experienced traders could be caught with their pants down. Excuse my French, okay? So an event like that. So recently, again, there was apathy. There was like, oh, nobody was sure, or the Ethereum ETF was going to be approved. And then all of a sudden they say, what? They've approved the Ethereum ETF. So you see those kind of news. Then what happened? Ethereum pumped. Ethereum started pumping. You guys see that? And when Ethereum pumps, what happened? The other altcoins, especially the Ethereum-based altcoins, start pumping up. So you can see what I'm talking about. Things like this we cannot be prepared for, even if you are experienced, unless you have, maybe you are the decision maker or the policy maker, the insider information like this. If you have access to that type of information, then maybe you can make the right choice. But very few people have that type of information. You know, the Russia attacking Ukraine, that affected the stock market. So nobody knew about that, okay? It happened at night. The first bombs were at night. Most people are sleeping. You wake up in the morning, the stock has tumbled down. Stock market, the S&P is down. Why? Because of the volatility. People are not sure what's going to happen. And then it stabilizes after a few days. Same thing, Israel and Palestine, you know, an attack on Israel and Israel retaliating, and you guys could see what happened, okay? That can affect the markets too. So things like those, fundamentals, which we cannot control. Then the other thing, let's say if you're trading binary options. Right now you're on Pocket Option, and we're going to trade the OTCs. The OTC pairs, you're basically trading against the broker. The broker can decide it is time to make money on his side. So what happens? You take a trade, boom, going up. You think it is going up, and all of a sudden they put a trade, a massive trade on counter trade. Boom, this thing falls down. You took a call option, the candle goes down, you are wiped out. Okay? The liquidity, they're cleaning up the liquidity, taking up the liquidity. So that's why you always have to exercise. Now that drives me to the point I want to make, risk management. So in our case here, with the key strategy, for those of you who are new to the key strategy, those of you who have been following me and watching our videos for the last maybe 2-3 months, you are well aware of the key strategy. There is almost 34 videos that we have already shared for free on this YouTube channel, okay? The Smart Wolf Club. There's 34 videos. And it's a playlist. I put a playlist for you guys. It's called the Keys Strategy. Okay, and I'm going to share the playlist here. You have time, please create time. Okay, it's free for you. It's not going to cost you anything. It's just going to cost you your time. But trust me, this is valuable time. If you spend time watching those videos, binge watching those videos instead of spending time watching your cat videos or scrolling Instagram or watching some funny TikTok videos, just dedicate that few hours, watch those videos from A to Z, okay? Take some notes, practice, okay? Open the demo account on Pocket Options for free. You don't need your money. Put away your credit card. Open the demo account. Okay, if you go to the demo account, let's see here, where it says Quick Trading Demo Account, okay? You can put as much money as you want. Like I see this student has put 50K here. Normally, I would suggest you put some realistic number. For example, if you can only afford to trade, to invest, let's say $1,000, just put your account at $1,000, okay? Just put your account at $1,000, okay? Just put it at $1,000. Just put it at $1,000. So that way it makes sense, okay? Because she has put 50K here, and I don't think she wants to afford 50K, but some people can. Okay, and then you just do the same thing. You just put the same. Okay, so you put candles there. All right, so this is where you change. You can put a line if you want to trade with a line. That's difficult. If you want to do candles, yes. If you want to do Heikinashi candles, they're right here. If you want to do bars, you can use bars. Now, through our binary options trading masterclass, we train you all this, okay? Because sometimes we would prefer to use the bars, okay? And sometimes we use just regular candles. So you can see like now it is going up, okay? So you can see there it is going up. It's green. So we can just take a trade going up. Now, this was just a few seconds, so we lost that because you can see it quickly changed. And the trade was only a few seconds, so we can put it 1 minute. So again, that's 1 minute, and then just showing you how you can take a trade. Okay, this is green, so if you are to go by this color, we can put this as 30 seconds. Okay, so you see it's red now, it has changed direction, but you can see the bias is an upward trend, so we can just take an upward trade. Okay, so we take an upward trade, and you can see it's pushing way, way, way up. Okay, it's coming down, up and down, up and down. It's changing color. It is red, green, 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 red. Look at the pattern here. You can see it's red and then green, 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 green. And you can see it's forming a green one. Okay, so it's going up. So we just took a trade here using these bars here. You can see these bars. If we go to candles, then you can see exactly what's happening. It's clearly an upward trend for us. The bias is going up, and that's why we took a call option for 1 minute. And you can see it's in the money, guys. Okay, it is actually in the money. There's about 5 seconds. If you want to double up the trade, you could double up the trade here, so you can make double the amount. But again, that can be risky. And you see that's already in the money. Okay, so that's in the money. That's how you practice on the demo. Okay, let's go back to the real quick trading, because my student has a target to reach today, and I'm going to show you how we calculate those targets in the key strategy. Okay, so basically with the key strategy, guys, you have let's bring up the notepad, and you can see here we already have that written down. The key strategy basically means keep it simple, stupid. KISS is keep it simple, stupid strategy. Why we call it the keep it simple strategy? Because anybody can do it. Anybody. If you know how to click the mouse button, and push a few buttons here and there, you can trade. And that's why we call it the KISS strategy. Okay? It is an equalizer strategy. Anybody can do this. It's not complicated. It's not sophisticated like some of the advanced strategies that we teach you, where people use all kinds of bells and whistles, like indicators like this. This one, no, you don't need any of those. Where people use things like this. I think you've seen these on charts. Okay. You can see all these trends following. You can see that is massive there, showing you that it's going up. Okay, you can see it's pointing heavily up there. Okay, so it's showing you that it's going up, but now it has started forming a red candle. That means it is going to go down. So this might be a little complicated for some people. Okay, so we talk about indicators. So indicators are basically tools that are there for you to assist you in making your decisions, conclusions. And there are so many. You can see them here. Excuse me. There are so many. The zigzag, that's a zigzag, for example. These are envelopes. These are oscillators, okay, showing the strength, the relative strength of the market. Okay, so like right now you see it's red. That means it is actually going down. Okay. But the overall bias for me here, it looks like it's an upward trend generally. If you look at that pair, since from here it has been going up, and if you draw a line there, you can see. So that's how complicated it can start getting when we start drawing lines. We have a trend line, so you bring it here, mop it from the bottom there all the way here. So now it broke the trend line, so it might be a reversal of the trend. So this could now all of a sudden become a downward trend, even though we're saying it was an upward trend. this could be a downward trend because it has actually broken the trend line. You see what I'm talking about? So all of a sudden the market has changed and we can no longer trade call option. We may be looking for sell options. And if we do that, we might be in the money. So guys, that's basically what I'm talking about. When it becomes too complicated, you can make it as complicated as possible. People start using all kinds of bells and whistles, and people tell you all kinds of big names. You don't need those as a beginner, okay? So we're going to start with just a simple thing, which we know better, and it's called the KISS strategy. So what are the tenets of the KISS strategy? Here are the rules for my student. Target daily profit is 3%, okay? Now, some students have a higher risk tolerance, okay? Literally, they can afford to lose whatever they're investing here. Every time you put the money here, just know that it's money that you can afford to lose. If you can't afford to lose it, don't put it in here, because you can come in here and lose everything, okay? So don't put any money that you cannot afford to. Always go with the money that you can afford to lose. If you can't afford to lose it, don't trade it, okay? Any form of trading, it doesn't matter. Stocks, crypto, binary options, digital marketing. If you're putting money in a marketing campaign, if you cannot afford to lose the money, please don't put it in the campaign, because the campaign can go zero, can have a zero return on investment. You don't control the market, okay? As I told you, things can change in a heartbeat. The government can come up with an unfavorable policy. There could be a natural disaster, an earthquake, could be a war, okay? Could be a disease, could be a pandemic, could be anything. So, or even the platform that you're working with, these guys can shut business right now. They can say we are bankrupt and this website can become inaccessible, okay? Because you don't control them, okay? They can say, you know what? This is it. We are done. We made enough profits. We are out of here. They shut down business and they go. They go with your money. You have no recourse. Maybe it might take forever for you to get your money. Okay. You may have to go to court and stuff. And you may not be the big fish. So they just disappear and they are gone. So anytime you're trading on these platforms, you are at the mercy of the platform. Same thing with crypto. If you have your crypto on an exchange, Coinbase, Binance, whoever it is, I mean, they have companies, and you know what happens to companies? Even banks fail. Okay, people lost money in 2008. You guys know some people, some of the biggest banks were failing, and the governments had to come in and prop up some of them, bail out some of them. Okay, but some people lost a lot of money. In investment houses, even run by some of the best professional traders, they still sometimes get into trouble, okay? They get into trouble with the law, they get into trouble with their finances, with their speculation. They become greedy, takes over, and boom, they cannot pay their clients. They cannot make the return that they promised. I mean, if you've lived around a few years, you know what I'm talking about. Even companies, you know, the 9 to 5 that you have, if you're employed by somebody, your boss can decide, this is it, I made enough money and I'm going to the islands, I'm going to the beaches, and I sell this business and I close this business. You go to the business in the morning and you find a big sticker saying, call this number if you're affected. There's no business. All the walls have been boarded up. All the windows are boarded up. The door has been bolted and there's security at the gate. So when you go there, they just give you a letter. What's your name? You get a letter. The letter tells you, sorry, it's unfortunate circumstances, unavoidable circumstances. We had to shut down the business. Here is a number to call for, you know, your benefits, whatever benefit you're going to get. You'll be lucky if you get any benefits, okay? Because these guys are gone. And that happens to good people like me, like you. It can happen to anybody. You not have done anything wrong to anybody, but it can happen to you. This is real life. This is the mindset piece that I talk about. When you come to trading, you come here with an open mind, okay? It's like a business. You're running it as a business. So there are losses and there's a risk, massive risk actually. Some of them are even more riskier than others, okay? When you're trading binary options, especially the OTCs, it's probably more riskier than just trading binary options and trading regular regular pairs, for example. You know, when you come here, you can see these ones that say OTC. Why are we doing the OTCs? It's because the payout is very high. So the higher the payout, the higher the risk. It just goes without saying. See, you can see a regular pair like this one. Okay, let's bring it up. CHF, JPY, this one here. It's paying 83%. Okay. Now, it may not be as volatile as what we had with the other pairs. You can see it's moving very slowly. Okay, let me just refresh the screen, and you can see literally it's stuck at the bottom here. Okay. So this pair, this particular pair, you can see it's moving very, very slowly as compared to that one. You can see this is actually moving up quickly. This is the OTC, trading against the algorithms of the broker. So the broker can manipulate this market. They are paying you more, but at a higher risk. It's high risk, high return, high reward, high risk. So it goes without saying. So whenever you're going into something like this, you have to exercise proper risk management, and that brings us to the second rule of the key strategy, where we talk about using only 1%. We use the 1% trading rule. Okay. Now, as I said, I have students who come in and say they do not care about losing this money, so they can afford to risk more. They have a higher risk tolerance. And so some of them go from between 1% to 5%. Okay. Now, for these two students here, they are a little risk averse. They are scared of risk, taking big risks, so they just want to do 1%. They don't have a lot of money. They're starting from $100 to 20K. Some students start at $1,000 to 20K. That makes it shorter. Some people will take a month, 2 months to complete the challenge. Some students start with more than $1,000 because they want to get to 20K really fast. Okay. And then there is using a modified martingale strategy. Now, martingale has a bad name because it's not new. This is not a new invention of the Smart Wolf Club. We've been using martingale for many, many years, and martingale has been used for centuries. People are using it in the casinos, you know, where you put $10, you lose, you put $20, you lose, you put $20, $40, you lose, you double your stake, and eventually you lose everything. People would lose their farm, people would lose their shirts, they would lose everything, and they end up owing the house. The house wins, and they end up owing the house. So they end up in the dog house. Okay? We don't want to do that. That's why we are using a modified martingale strategy with a 2.5x factor. Now, this is the magic number right here, the 2.5x. Why 2.5? It's not cast on stone. I have students who use 3x, 5x, those who want to take bigger risks. But for this particular student, they are happy with the 2.5x. That means you double your stake with an extra 0.5%, and therefore you make profit. You recoup your loss, your previous loss, and it also gives you a chance to make profit and move a step ahead, so you can hit your daily goal of 3%. Now, some students are scared even of the 3%. Some students come in and say they only want 1.5%. So it's just going to take you longer to get to your 20K. So it's going to take you twice as much. So if somebody takes 2 months, it's probably going to take you 4 months to get there. And we are using the compounding interest method. Okay. So there are two methods here. We are using the key strategy to trade, while when it comes to our finances, our profits, we are using the compounding interest method. Okay. Albert Einstein said the strongest power ever, most powerful thing was compound interest. Okay. Because this is where you put something small and it grows immensely over a very short period of time by just compounding itself. Okay. If you keep doubling a penny, within no time, you'll have millions of dollars in the bank. Trust me, if you try, just doubling your penny as fast as you can. Start with a penny and double it up. It doesn't take that long before you are at $1 million. Okay. Those of you who are looking for 6 figures, it starts with a small amount. You don't have to start big. You can start small. All you have to be is patient. One of the billionaires says very well, one of the older billionaires, okay, still in the top 10 billion richest people in the world. This guy has a lot of things. You can learn a lot from him. I'm not going to mention his name here, but he does say that most people are not patient enough. The best investor, he says, is he buys businesses, and he is patient enough to see those businesses turn around and give him the billions that he is looking for. So he'll buy a business for dirty cheap and manage it properly, and he sees the potential and waits until it turns around. Even if it's going to take 10, 15 years, or 5 years, 6 years to turn around. Or he waits until the stock is so cheap for a potential company, and he'll buy the stock at dirty cheap, and he'll sit back and just wait and lead a simple life, not flashy, okay? Live like a normal person, and yet he's a billionaire, hundreds of billions worth. But from him, we can learn a lot. You gotta be patient. This is not like a marathon. This is not a sprint, okay? For those of you who are into sports, soon we're gonna have the Olympics, by the way. The Summer Olympics are coming up soon in August. I think this time they're in Paris, France, okay? So for those of you who are into athletics, people running, and you can see the sprinters. You know, these guys are built with muscles, and they have this quick dash, and they're so fast. These guys are now doing the 100-meter dash in less than 10 seconds. Most of them are sub 10, okay? 9 point something. If you're not hitting the 9 point, the sub 10, you're not going to compete with these guys. They are extremely fast and efficient in their way they run, okay? Because of all this massive training, massive studies, and so they have strategized, they have refined their training, so they can make that 100-meter dash in less than 10 seconds, okay? Something that used to be, unheard of. A few years ago, if you told somebody that their world record would be at under 10 seconds, they probably wouldn't believe you. Same thing with the mile, okay? Some people thought the mile was impossible. Now people are doing it in unimaginable time. You can't really. So this is a marathon, okay? When it comes to trading, you have to have the mentality of this billionaire guy, the guy who says, you have to be patient. To be a good investor, you must have the patience. Okay, you got to do this thing and sit back and wait. Okay, so the same thing, learn the strategy, and then slowly, using the compounding method, grow your account. Okay, and that's why we instill that discipline by putting you on the first thing you're going to go through in the Smart Wolf Club when you're going through any of our trading masterclasses is the challenges. Okay, the challenges put the discipline in you. They discipline you because it's going to test your resolve. It's going to test your patience. It's going to test your confidence. It's going to test your focus. It's going to test your consistency. And that is what makes most people fail. That's what separates a good trader from a wannabe trader, okay? Or just some gambler or sheer luck traders, okay? There are people just lucky, They take one massive trade and they make $1 million, and they start saying, I made $1 million from $10. I put $10 and this token went to $1 million, and I made $1 million out of it. And I was out there before it dropped to zero. You've seen those people, the rug pull guys, okay? And then they become flashy and show you all these expensive homes, private jets, and bling blings, Lamborghinis, and they show you that on Instagram, and they show you how you can, they tell you, I can teach you how to take a $10 and make $1 million. They were just lucky, okay? Because there is an element of luck too. Not everybody can replicate that, okay? And that's why sometimes most of the people, when they do that, they get frustrated, okay? Because you realize you're blowing up your account, or you're entering into a coin and the coin goes to zero and you lose all your investment, okay? Because you're trying to learn something which is not there, okay? Which cannot be replicated, which is not repeatable, which is not, you cannot replicate it. But with learning a strategy like the key strategy, you may have a 60, 70% win rate, sometimes 50%. But if you manage your risk properly, you are going to be profitable. Now, using a strategy like modified Martingale strategy with a 2.5x, for example, whatever X you want to use, it is giving you a chance to grow your account, okay? Because you're recouping your previous loss and at the same time you are putting a profit on your account. Because we are here. What are we most interested in? Making profit. Okay, that is the ultimate goal. Otherwise, there's no need to learn this strategy if we're not going to make any profit. Okay, there's no need of us sitting here anyway. We should just close this webinar if we are not here to make profit. Okay. Now, some days you will come into this market, take the OTC trade, and boom, the broker that day wants to make money, so they're going to make you lose. But if you're practicing proper risk management, you're going to give yourself a chance to live and trade the next session. And probably the next session, you're going to recoup your losses and start doubling your account. Just like this account here. Those of you who have watched our previous videos, you did see this student actually overdrew this account. At some point, she had a massive drawback. The account was, I think, almost $200, and it went down to $86 in one trading session. Why? Because that day was just a bad day. All the trades she took went to the negative. And we have that live recorded webinar. You can go and watch one of the videos. I think it's video number 29 in the key strategy, or video number 20 or 30. One of them. There are many videos. You can go through them and you will see exactly how it feels to lose. Take a trade. You think you've done all the analysis, everything looks right, and you take the trade and the candle becomes red while you thought it was a green candle. It goes red. Boom, you lose. Massive red candle. Wipes you out. Takes all the money. Okay, it shows you another signal. Okay, it's time to take another trade. You go in and it goes the opposite. And it did not matter whether you have the experience or not. It didn't matter. Whoever took the trade that time lost, because the broker was ready to make money. They needed to make money. Maybe they had a target to reach that day. So all the algorithms were skewed towards the brokers winning. So whatever trade, whatever we did, we ended up with a losing trade. It didn't matter what analysis you did, what indicator you use, you were still gonna lose anyway. So that is the time to get out of the market, go lick your wounds, okay, and live to trade the next day. Okay, so if you're not exercising proper risk management at that particular time, you are going to blow your account. And that's how most of you blow your account. There's about 1,000 of you on this webinar right now. 99% of you, 90% of you are not going to succeed in anything online or offline. Why? Because you're not going to follow the rules. Greed is going to take over. Most people want to get rich quickly, and that does not happen. As the billionaire has already told you, this guy is older billionaire. It's taken him a long time to get where he is. And he shares his wisdom. He says most people lack the patience. They lack the patience to be. You have to sit back. When the market looks really bad, you take a trade, you lose, just get out of the market, go do the things that you like. If you like cooking, if you like playing golf, if you like watching movies, if you like volunteering, you like animals, you can volunteer at the animal place. If you go to church, volunteer at your church. If you have a 9 to 5, that's the time to go to your 9 to 5 and do your job there. If you like sleeping, go and sleep. If you like to watch something else, social media, that's the time to scroll and binge watch your shows. Okay? And then come back the next day or the next trading session, whatever is convenient for you, and start afresh. Okay? But you don't want to take unnecessary risk that creates a very, very difficult situation for you, like people blowing their account. So that's why we use very conservative numbers here, okay? Because I can see some of you are saying, "How this is too small. It's going to take forever to get to 20K." It does not. We have students who get there in less than 2 months following the same strategy. Because some days you're going to come in and boom, boom, boom. You're going to make big money, okay? So if you dedicate, let's say, 1 hour of trading every day, some days you're going to come in and in that 1 hour, you're going to double your account. Okay? We set up our target. You hit the target so fast, some people continue trading and they set up another target, they hit another target, and they continue until the time slotted is over and they leave the market, okay? So you must work with targets. So how do you structure these targets? So for example here, I'm going to do an example of what we have right now. This account here, this student has, you can see 324.57, okay? So we are starting to trade at that amount, okay? So we're going to go down. These are all trading sessions. She has recorded all her trading sessions, and each one of you should do that. Get a journal, okay? You see that like this, all these things we write here, okay? Everything you learn, put it in a notebook. Write it down, because you write it down and it's from your hands, visually, all the way to your memory, to your brain centers, higher brain centers. And you start convincing yourself and you start changing your mindset slowly by slowly. That's how you build the muscle. We call it the mind muscle. But if you just come and watch this stuff and then flip to the next video, funny video, nothing is going to happen. Tomorrow, you're still going to be having the disbelief. You're going to have the doubt. You're going to have the low esteem, lack of confidence, lack of consistency, and lack of focus. And any of those characters, you're going to fail. Trust me, nothing is going to change for you. But if you can slowly watch this video, take some notes, do the same with the next video, do the same with the next video, something magical is going to start happening to you. It's going to move from your hands visually to your eyes and to your brain centers and to the higher brain centers. And the more positive information you feed your mind, the more your negativity starts changing, okay? Because it's a displacement rule, okay? So right now your mind is full of negative, okay? When you start putting in positivity, you're going to be having, the negative has to find a room somewhere else, okay? So because you can, there is only so much that your mind can accommodate. So if it is full of negative, how do you get the negative out? Is by putting in the positive. So the more positive you put, more negative leaves. You put more positive, more negative leaves, until finally your mind is full of positivity, and that's what's going to make you succeed. It's going to give you the good characters like patience, consistency, okay, focus. You start having all these good characters. People start describing you as focused at your workplace. People start saying you're pleasant to work with because your mindset is different. All of a sudden, there's a change in your demeanor, your mindset. You become more responsible probably because you're succeeding online. You start succeeding on your 9 to 5. Your boss start liking you because now your self-esteem is up. Your confidence is up the roof. And your focus is laser focused. Your confidence is like, whoa, up there. And your consistency, my goodness, is off the charts. So you start succeeding everywhere. If you're a parent, you start succeeding in parenting. If you're a student, you start doing well in your academics. If you're whatever you are in some leadership position, you start doing well in that too. The people that you lead start liking you. The team members start seeing a change in you, and they'll start wondering what happened. It's because this thing here, the mindset, guys. Okay, so away with the mindset. Let's get to business here. Let's get to getting dirty. We're gonna get dirty here right now in a few minutes. That's why I usually like to tell you guys, if you are watching my trainings, you have to stay up to the end of the training, okay? Because it's not scripted, okay? It's not scripted. I don't have a PowerPoint. Occasionally, will I bring up a PowerPoint or something like this? Like the other day, I was doing a training. I had to put a few notes here. But half of the time, I don't follow these charts. I don't follow these notes, okay? We've been doing this for many, many years, okay? So we've seen all kinds of students. We've trained all kinds of people. Some of the gurus you see, they've gone through our trainings. And so we see all kinds of people, okay? We can almost tell which chick is going to grow into a hen and which chick is going to grow into the cock, which chick. When they hatch, you can almost tell. So that's how we are with the students. When the student comes into our Smart Wolf Club, we can almost tell this one, yes, they're going to go high, they're going to go far, they're going to do very well. And there are some, when they come, you're like, okay, fine. This one is a piece of work. There's going to have to put extreme effort to even succeed. Maybe their mindset, their expectations, and it has nothing to do with their who they are or gender or beliefs or anything. No, it's just randomness. It's all random. Okay, so we can't really say there's a scientific formula to calculate whether somebody is going to succeed or not. No, there's no scientific formula. It's just a random thing. But we find that some students do well, they do better than others. And you can almost tell when the students join the classes, when you're training them. You can almost tell this one, yes, is going to do well. This one, maybe not. Now, sometimes we are wrong. Somebody comes in really struggling in the beginning, but halfway through the program, halfway through the challenge, they get it and they get it and they change. And because people change, I believe in that. Some people, literally, people can change. They can choose to change. They can take out all the negativity, the low esteem that they have gone through. People have been telling them that they can never succeed in anything. They can never do anything on their own. They have to have a boss. They have to be a slave for somebody, 9 to 5, for 50 years, 40 years. And they change that. They take that out. And they become superstars. And some of them, even some of our coaches were like that. We have coaches from all over. Malemala from Cape Town, South Africa, has been with us for over 14 years. If you talk to Malemala, his life is, he'll tell you, he almost gave up. He gave up 3 times on online stuff. 3 times he gave up. He came, lost his money, left. He lost his money somewhere else, lost. He went and joined another group, lost. And came back the 3rd or the 4th time. I don't remember. You should talk to him. When you meet him, you talk to him. He'll give you this story. It's funny because most people would have given up, but he didn't. He came back and he sat and did it and did it and did it and did it and found the mentorship, found the coaching, followed the teachings, practiced, because sometimes whatever you lack in skill, you make up in the effort, the hours that you spend. I mean, some of us are not that smart, but we can outsmart a smart person because we spend more time doing it. This smart guy maybe only dedicates half an hour. I dedicate a whole day for the same thing. So at the end of the day, here I am doing better than him because I practice and practice and practice. And practice. The master teacher tells you, if you believe in something, learn. And then the next thing he says is you must practice. Whatever we are showing you here, you cannot just take this and go into the Pocket Option platform, put your money and expect to replicate what we showed you. You have to practice. And that's why I tell you, get the free demo. Link is in the description. Subscribe to this channel, okay? So you can come back and learn every day. Every time you go through this material, it creates the positivity that I talked about. So if you have your head is full of negativity, your mindset is negative, you start putting in the positivity, okay? Hang around the positive people, listen to the message again. And the details are in the story. That's why I tell you to stay throughout the video, watch the video, like it, share, comment, ask questions. And if you need hand holding, join our masterclasses. And if you want to get hold of us, you can join our Telegram group. If you don't like Telegram because of the scammers or the people spamming you with the scamish messages, we don't ask you for money. So if anybody uses our name in this Telegram to ask you for money or send payments or trade your money, we don't trade anybody's money, okay? We do not. You trade your own money, you handle your own accounts, you do your own stuff. We do have no access to any of your accounts, okay? Right now, I'm just doing a screen sharing with my student. She controls her account, okay? No access at all, okay? So if anybody, okay, so there's a Telegram, there's WhatsApp, again, the same thing. If you're afraid of WhatsApp because of scammers and spammers, again, the same thing, just exercise caution. If anybody is asking you for money or promising you that if you give them this money, they're going to double it or triple it, or there's a Miss so-and-so who is an expert, those are just scammers. Just get out of those people. Just delete them, block them, and get off their groups, okay? And some of them are very smart. They actually use our photographs, our logos. They look genuine, just like our logo, and they'll be asking you for, or they'll be showing you fake accounts. You know, these things you can create, okay? Showing you how they took a $10 to $1 million in less than, you know, this kind of stuff. And they know people are desperate sometimes. People need money really quickly. And so they play on those weak moments when we are very vulnerable. That's when they take advantage of us. So that's the best time not to associate with these people or to make any serious financial or investment advice. When you're at your lowest, that's not a good time because you can easily end up in these wrong hands. Okay? So there's a Telegram, there's a private Facebook group, there's Instagram, and you can also join the Smart Wolf Club, and you have a one-on-one with our coaches, and this can help you streamline your thinking. Because first, we have to overcome your thinking. Your success is 99% right here. It doesn't matter. We can teach you this strategy in 1 minute. That's why I'm not spending a lot of time on teaching this strategy, because I'm going to show you. I've already shown the key strategy many times in our previous videos. Go and just watch them. If you are not sure, or if you don't understand anything, just go and watch the previous video. But I'm going to do it here. It will only take like 2 minutes. But I'm spending all this discussion just to help my students with their mindset piece. And they understand that very, especially the new guys. It's not all about the strategy or the indicator or the magic timing, or what time should I trade, which pairs should. That's immaterial. The mindset piece. Like when you lose, when you take a trade and you lose, how does that make you feel? Does that make you go crazy? Like you start now not following your strategy, you start gambling, you start taking unnecessary risk, doubling your stake, taking too much of your account. Instead of, we've said here, use 1% trading rule, you start using 10% trading rule because you think you can recoup your losses. Or you get overconfident, you think, okay, now the market is ready for me to take a trade. You go in with the whole account and boom, it changes and you lose everything. And you start saying this is a scam. Because some gurus show you that, okay? You don't understand those people. They've been trading for gazillions of years, or some of them are actually affiliated with the platforms, with the brokers. So they're not sometimes not showing you the truth, okay? Because in a real market, a real trader will have some losses. I told you, most of the best traders have 60-70% win rate, 50, 60, 70% win rate, but they still become profitable because they have proper risk management. Maybe their ROI, risk to reward ratio, could be 1 to 2. So for every $5 they lose $5. For every trade they lose $5. For every trade they win $10. So this works out mathematically. They end up being on top. You know what I mean? You don't have to win all the trades. Okay, guys, and we even have charts that show you that. I mean, I can share the chart with you guys in the next training session where I show you the charts. If you are on a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio, how many trades you need to win? You probably only need to win like 60% of your trades, and you'll still be profitable. Okay, so guys, okay, so here we are starting at, okay, so let's prepare this session right now in front of you so you guys can, those of you who don't have a chance to go and watch the previous trainings, I'm going to break it down here, but I'm going to be a little faster because so that it doesn't end up being a 2-hour webinar. Okay. Okay, and I know most of you have a very short attention span. So what is our goal? Our goal for the day is 3% of the account. So if we bring up a good old calculator here, go to Google and get a free calculator. You guys can see I'm using free tools, okay? You don't need to pay for any of this stuff. 324.57, because most of you are used to buying stuff, being sold stuff. This is free, okay? Free. The Google calculator is free. Okay, sorry. 324.57 times 3%. We want to make 3%, so let's see how much that's going to be. You multiply by 1 or 3%. So our goal for the day is 334.31. Why 31? Because 2 decimal places. So it is 334.31. Okay. All right. So level 1 trading. Okay. So level 1 trading. We are trading with 1%. Okay. 1% is the trading rule. So 1% of 334.57 times, sorry, I don't know why I have 335 here. 334.57 times 1%, guys, equals $3.35. Okay, we round this over to the second decimal place. So again, I go down here. Man, this thing is all the way at the bottom. So level 1 would be 335. Okay, so that's the first trade. So we're going to take our first trade at 3. The second trade is going to be, if we lose that one, we're going to recoup our loss and profit by multiplying that by 2.5, which is a modified martingale strategy. So it's going to be 8.36. Okay. If you can't remember these things, if you're watching this for the first time, please go and watch our playlist. We break this down, why we are doing this. We even explain why am I doing this. Just like I told you, my idea is to recoup the loss plus make a profit, make the account grow. Because we are using two strategies here. It's the key strategy for the trading, but we want to compound our account so it can grow. We are in a challenge. Our challenge is to take our $100 to $20K in less than 6 months. We give you 6 months because that is plenty of time. Most students will do it in half of the time or even a third of the time, depending on what level they come in at. Okay, so 20.91. So we're going to go here at 20.91, and then we have level 4. Okay, these are higher levels, so these figures start becoming riskier and bigger amounts. So if you are losing all this, your account is going to be very drawn down. You're going to have massive drawdown. So 52.28. 52.28. You can see that's a massive drawdown for a small account like this. So you never really want to take that big risk, but we have to put it there because at some point, sometimes the market is so bad, you have to get to those risky levels, take a higher risk. And that's why I'm saying your mindset is so important, because your confidence has to be up there for you to be able to take such a big risk. Some people will not be able to take such trades because they are afraid. Okay, I put an asterisk on level 5 because I never want to get to that level, because you can imagine for a $324 account, if you take a trade of 130 and lose that trade, you've literally lost almost 30% of your account. So that's going to be a massive drawdown that you have to get yourself out of. So that's going to just delay your success. It's not going to blow your account, but it's just going to push you a little further behind. Okay. So if you're going to complete the challenge in 6 months, in 4 months, you may end up completing it in 5 months because you have to get out of the drawdown. Okay. So now we are ready to take our trade. So the first trade, we go to pocket options and we are going to go to the 2 charts. Now, first of all, we have to find a pair that we're going to trade. So what criteria do we use? We got to find a pair that has some movement, okay? And I'm just choosing pairs that I'm familiar with. For example, I'm familiar with Canadian dollar, CHF, which is the Swiss franc, again, the Canadian dollar against the Swiss franc. I'm also familiar with the AUD, CAD, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, Euro, CHF, the Euro against the Swiss franc, Euro GBP, that is the Euro against the British pound, Euro USD, again, it's there. All these are paying 92%. So we bring up at least 10 of them or 5 to 6, whatever you want. And then you're going to look at each one of them really quickly. Just form your bias. Forming your bias means we are trying to see what is going on with the chart. Now, these candles are 30 seconds. The trade time is 1 minute, guys. And here we're going to start with the 3.25. Okay. I don't know why we had 334 here. No, it's 325. Okay, there you go. All right. So you may have to correct some of these. Maybe this is just remove that, put 26. put 81 here because I think we used 334. You can do the math. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make a big difference here at the moment. Okay, so there we go. 9. Okay, there we go. All right, so these are our numbers now. Okay, so from 324.57, our goal is 334.31, which is about $10. Okay, so in this trading session, we just want to make about $10. $10 is about 3% of this account here. Okay, so anyway, so we're looking at this pair, and we can see this pair is actually going up. Okay, it's an upward trend from the bias that we are forming. You can see there are more green candles than the red candles. Even though there was a pullback here, we can see it's still pushing up. So if we want to trade this pair, GBP USD, we would be taking call options. Okay, let's look at another one. See if there's a better pair with a better definition. Again, this one also, you can see it's an upward trend, but it's like almost equal number of red and green. So this might be a little bit dangerous at the moment because it could change anytime. Okay, let's look at another one. Okay, this one, you can see it's downwards. It's a downward trend, guys. You can see there are more red candles than. So if I'm trading this pair, I would be trading for sell options. So let's try this pair, okay? So we're going to bring up two charts. There we go. And we have to make sure we have the same pairs on both sides. The same pair on both sides. Euro, GBP, this one. Never had luck with this pair, but we're going to try it and see if we can. So here, we're going to put our next trade up, level 2, which is 8.26. We could use this as a hedge. If you guys don't know what hedging is, you can go and watch my previous video where I explain about hedging. When you realize you're losing the first trade, you can quickly jump in with the second level trade where you're going to be hedging the previous trade. Okay? Okay, so here now, we are ready to start. All we have to do is wait for the timer to get to 0 and see what candle forms. If it's a red candle, we're going to take a sell. If it is green, then we're not going to take a trade because our bias here is a downward trend. And as you can see, it formed a green candle. So I'm not going to take a trade right now. I'm just going to wait and see what candles form after this. Okay. So guys, you don't have to take a trade immediately because you could easily lose your money. You can see this was green. Okay, now it decided to change. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what the next candle that forms. If it is red, then we're going to take, okay, let's see the first few seconds. Yes, so it forms a red candle, and we are in, guys, for a sell option. Okay, so hopefully it will continue going down. Now, if it goes the opposite, we can always do what we call the hedge. Okay, if it starts going up, if it forms another green candle, we're going to hedge here by taking the 8.26. We're going to hedge it and take a call option. Okay, it's still retesting the red. Okay, you can see it's going down. So it didn't form a green, but let's see what it's trying to do here. We're just hoping that it has enough momentum to push it all the way down for us. And you see how they trick you guys. Okay, so it is. But we are still not out of the woods, but we did make it, and you can see we won that first trade. Okay, guys? So you can see we are getting closer to our goal because our goal is only 334, and now we are at 327. Okay? So what trade are we going to take? We are not going to take the second level trade. We go back to the first level trade when we win. Okay, so we're going to wait for the candle to form. This candle is going to close, and a new one is going to form. So we give it the first few seconds, 2 to 3 seconds. Okay, I see it's red, so I'm going to go that way. Okay, it forms a green again, so now we're going to wait. We could be in for a rude shock where it's suddenly doing something like this here. You see this pullback here? This is supposed to clean up some liquidity, and I think that's what it's doing because it's throwing a strong green candle. So we're going to wait. If the next candle is green, we're going to jump in with our hedge and see if that's going to give it a few seconds. Okay, so it is green, so we're going to hedge it that way. And hopefully we have made the right choice, guys. Okay, as I told you, trading Even if you've been trading for 50 years, 60 years, there are days you take a trade and you're going to lose based on the market conditions, okay? And I've never had a very good luck with this pair, Euro GBP, but my student wants us to give it a try, okay? Because this is an amount that they are willing to risk. Okay, so we got an L on the first one because you can see it went the opposite, but we have hedged the trade, okay? And as you can see, our hedge is in the money. I'm just praying that it stays in the money, because what it's going to do is it's going to recoup the loss and also give us a profit, push us closer to our goal. And that's why we use that modified martingale strategy. So there are three things here that we are using. And it looks like it's in the money, but we're still not out of the woods yet until it's done. There you go, guys. So you see, we won. And therefore, once we win like that, we're going to stay with the same pair for now and wait. When the candle closes, we go back to level 1. We are using this for hedging, and we're also using as a modified martingale. If anything turns against us, then we're going to take that trade to try and recoup our loss. Okay, this is still going green. Okay, so I am not going to take the trade until I see a red candle form, because the reason is because my bias is a downward trend. Now, if the trend has changed, then that's a different story altogether. Okay, I think this was just a pullback for them to mop up the liquidity here, because most people were taking sell options, realizing it was down. But the broker always has these tricks in their sleeves where they make you lose money, because nobody wants to lose money. Okay, the broker wants to make money, so of course they're going to play the market against. Okay, you can see this sound looks like a really strong upward trend now. It is going up. Okay, so in a case like this, we do use a more technical strategy. Okay, we're going to use a more technical strategy for those of you who are in the masterclass. We learn about resistance, support and resistance. You know all those things, the good old support and resistance. So you start drawing lines to see where the support zones are, where the resistance zones are, where is the most liquidity, where is the liquidity being taken. So like now you can see, I think they are done with taking the liquidity, and now they are continuing with the trend. So this was just a pullback, okay, to clean up the liquidities that was here. So we prepare ourselves to get in and continue with the downward trend. Okay, so we're going to wait and take a trade, because our goal is to get this account to 334, and then we're going to call it quits for the day. We'll have made our $10, which is what we are looking for. Okay, and that takes just a few minutes. Okay, now we have students on here who are from countries where they live under $1 per day. So if you can show them to make $10 a day, or even in one trading session, that is 10x what they make in a day. Okay, so you're going to change the entire community, their entire livelihood, the entire family's projection. And that is our goal in the Smart Wolf Club, is to help as many people as possible change their lives by teaching them these skills, like trading binary options, trading Forex, trading crypto, trading stocks, trading options, trading. Some of you trade other commodities like indices. Others trade gold, metals, silver. Some of you trade oil, wheat, things like that. So we teach you all these strategies here, and some of them we apply the same simple KISS strategy. You'll be amazed how effective this strategy is if you can just keep it simple, stupid. If you cannot teach your 16-year-old to do what you're doing, then there is a problem, okay? It means it's too complicated, and that's not good for your health. Sorry to say that. So let's keep it simple. Keep it simple. It's easier when things are simple because they are more repeatable, okay? People can repeat the same stuff. But when something is so complicated, most people will make mistakes. Chances for error goes up, and the risk to reward ratio diminishes because there's so many moving parts, okay? And most people will not be able to coordinate all those. Yeah, they get to what we call brain cramps. Okay, this pair has run away, so let's go find another pair. So what we do is we click on this, okay, and we go back to the single chart. Yeah, you can see this pair now is probably changed direction. So let's go to the Euro CHF. What is going on with the Euro CHF? We can see it's clearly a downward trend. Okay, it's throwing downward trend. Let's look at CAD CHF, AUD USD. Okay, that's going up. Okay, so let's try that. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna have our AUD USD. This is Australian dollar against. What does this say? Okay, there we go. Oh, but it looks like this also has started changing direction. But let's see what's happening. I think it was just another pullback to mop up all this liquidity that's here. So let's see what happens. Yeah, I think that's it. So we should be ready to jump in with a call option on the next candle. Let's see what happens here. I'm just waiting, guys. Yeah, it seems like it's a continuation of a downward trend. Let's see what's going to happen here. But the momentum has reduced. You can see there was massive candle followed by another one. This is a massive engulfing one followed by another big candle, double-sided. You can see double wick candle, and now we're getting this doji type. So this could be a change or a continuation of the trend. Normally this doji type okay, we're just waiting. So that's where the patience comes in now, guys. You gotta be patient as a trader, just like what the billionaire guy tells you, who's been a billionaire for many years. He tells you must have patience. You have to wait for the right moment, okay? And he does that. He does the right timing. Wait until you can buy it for dirty cheap. So most people are not patient enough to wait for the market to come to you. You're not going to look for the market. Let the market come to you. Let the deals come to you. Let the deal hit your if you want to buy a stock for $5 and at the moment it's trading at $100, just sit back and wait until it comes down to $5. If that's what your maths tells you, if that's what makes sense, there's a time it's going to come down to $5. You buy it for dirty cheap and you inject some liquidity in it and it starts moving, and there you go, you make your money. That is if something you've done, your assessment, your analysis, fundamental, everything checks right. You know, you have your checklist. Everything checks right. Okay, that doesn't mean what I'm providing is not investment advice, guys. So it's not that simple. There are certain things you have to learn, fundamentals, things that you have to check. You have to believe that this stock or that product that you're trying to buy, or this pair that you're trying to put your money, or this crypto that you're trying to buy, the project is going to be there. It's sustainable. It meets a demand. It has the demand. It fulfills a need in the market, for example. Okay, guys, we are still waiting to see what this pair is doing, because you can see we had formed an upward bias, like an upward trend, but all of a sudden we're getting these massive red candles, and it looks like it's a change of direction, but we don't want to jump in here and then we are caught with our pants down. The goal is to make money because we are so close to our target for the day. We don't want to enter into any drawdowns. That's why we are taking our sweet time, because we are just like one trade away from getting to our goal. 1 or 2 trades. So I can see some greens showing up, but it looks like there's a very strong push to go down. Yeah, you can see that's a really strong push to go down. So again, this could be a change in the direction for this pair. Let's look at another pair. Let's look at that. Okay, that seems like it's going up. So let's bring that up. CHF JPY, that is a Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. Let's see if that's going to behave. Okay, so there we go. All right, so we're going to wait for this to close. If it closes down here and a green candle forms in the first few seconds, 2 to 3 seconds, we are going to jump up. So we have to see a green. When the candle closes, the next one starts forming. The first 2 to 3 seconds will determine what whether we're going to jump in or not. There we go. I did see a green, but that doesn't mean it's going to stay green. This is just one of those things we... Did it take? No, it didn't. It did not take the trade. Oh, we were entered in the trade. Okay, there we go. It is right here. And you can see, guys, it's in the money. Okay. At the moment, that doesn't mean it's going to close in the money. Anything can happen. Anything can happen, guys. We do not control the market at all. As you can see, yes, it actually went. As you can see, guys, it actually went. It went against us. Sorry about that. I made some noise here because I'm trying to see what's going on with the market here. Okay, so it's going down and it is going down and it went up. Okay, so it did put us in the money. So we are at 334.90. What was our goal? 334.31. So we can see the results. We have hit our goal, guys, just like that. Just like that. Hitting our goals just like that. How simple that was. You see why I tell you this is a keep it simple, stupid strategy for even 16-year-olds and 90-year-old grandmother can do this. As long as they know how to click the mouse button, they can click these things and this. If they can see the color, what color it's green, and you go in, and there's no mathematics involved. Okay, so we started from 324.57. We ended up at 334.90. So our profit here is $10 and some change. So 10, guys, do the maths, 33. Okay, there we go. 10.33. Now imagine if we had, let's say this, if this account was 3,000. So multiply this by 10, you'll be $100.33. But it goes without say, the bigger the account, the more we could have made, the more we could take risks. But this is a small account, so it's going to mean we're taking smaller risk. But some of our students are already in the thousands trading big accounts. So these numbers start making a lot of sense when you get there. But right now, it may not make a lot of sense because it's little money. We are growing little money. My students could not afford a lot of money. All they could afford is $100. So starting from $100, we are doing the baby steps, compounding, growing this account. And trust me, in a few weeks or months, this account will be in the thousands, and you'll find that some of our trades would be in the thousands. The initial amount here, the level 1 trade would be maybe 325. 1% of 32,500 is 325. No, I mean 32,000. If you have an account here that is 32,000 big, your 1% would be 325. So there are students who are already taking huge trades, and they can meet their daily goal with no time. You're talking about making $100,000 in a year. That's about $274 a day. So one trade, you make $274, and you go and play golf and do whatever you like: sing, dance, cook, take care of your family, have fun, go meet your friends, go volunteer somewhere. That can be done by staying consistent, focused, and confident. And guys, with that, I'm going to just summarize this, and we're going to call this training a day. And I want you to promise me, you're going to go over this training again and again. You're going to share this with your loved ones so you guys can sit together and learn together as a team. Sometimes we need cheering squad. We need people around us to cheer us on. Okay. Now, if you don't have anybody like that, you can still go over this and cheer yourself on. Open your demo account with Pocket Option. The link is in the description. Go and rewatch the KISS strategy that we have been training for over months now. There's almost 35 videos. This is probably the 35th video. There's 35 videos before this. You can go watch all of them, write down the notes, practice on the demo, follow the strategies, and trust me, by the time you're done watching those 35 videos, that's almost 35 hours of training, free training. Trust me, you're going to be somewhere else, okay? You're going to see a change in your binary options trading, Forex trading, crypto trading, because your mindset is going to be different. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we took 4 trades. We won 3 and lost 1, okay? So we're going to come here and we just put the summary for the day. So we took 4 trades, won 3 and lost 1. Okay, so the next session, if we are to prepare for the next session, I'll let you guys do this. It's your homework now. Okay, when you leave here, when we leave the webinar, don't go away. Just finish this homework. Okay, so the next homework is going to be, the next session we're going to be starting at, you can see it's no longer 324.57. We are starting at 334.90. Guys, you see how quickly you can grow this account. Imagine, we started at 324 in the previous training, and now we are starting at 334. Come down a week later, 5 days later, we could be trading a $1,000 account. It is very, very possible. That happens with my student. It happens with a lot of them, and it happens. Or we could have a major loss and start at a drawdown like we did previously. This same student had a drawdown, but she's building this slowly. So we call it tenacity. You have to have the heart of the attitude of a lion. You know a lion? Guys, do you know lions? The king of the jungle? I had this from a well-known pastor, and I like to share this all the time as a parting shot. The attitude of the lion will see you grow heights. Big. Reach the sky with your trades, reach the sky with whatever goals you have in life, your dreams. The attitude of a lion. And I'm going to explain it in very simple terms, the way I understand it, okay? It may not be the way the pastor said it, but this is how I understand it. The lion, if you go to the jungle, let's say Africa, okay? The jungle of Africa, where there's lions roaming freely, and in the packs where they are roaming freely, there is the prey. And the prey is comprised of the other big animals, like the elephant, which is maybe, 6 times, 10 times as larger as a lion, heavier, bigger, smarter. There are tall animals like the giraffe, which is like, to a lion is a dwarf looking at a huge giraffe. There's a buffaloes which are vicious and with sharp horns and maybe 5-6 times bigger than the lion, stronger, bigger and smarter and faster. Then there is the hippopotamus with these big jaws, can crush a lion. Then there is even crocodiles, which are longer, older. Some of them are 300 years older than the lion. But what does the lion do? When the lion sees an elephant, what does the lion see? He does not see a scary, smarter, monstrous animal. He sees a meal. He sees lunch. He says, lunch is ready. Let's go get it. That's the attitude they have. And they're going to attack. The lion is going to attack this elephant and take the fight to the elephant. And boy, oh boy, there's going to be a massive fight. But finally, the lion wins and makes the elephant a meal. Same thing. If they want to eat the giraffe, today they don't want to eat the elephant. They want to eat the giraffe. They go out and look for the giraffe. And there you go. They're going to hunt the giraffe and eat him, kill him. Even though he's taller, he or she is taller, but to the lion, giraffe is a meal. That's the attitude we need to have. So when you come to the market, it doesn't matter. The market looks crazy, scary. You might lose the first one, Same thing with the lion. It doesn't mean all hunts end up in success. Sometimes they end up kicked in the butt or even ripped open by the horns, the jaws of a crocodile. Sometimes they are beaten by the crocodile. They cut off their tail. But the lion still comes back. Otherwise, he's going to die. He's going to eat. He still sees that crocodile as a potential meal. That's how he sees it. So all these big animals, to a lion, they appear like a meal. So all the lion sees is a big lunch, packed lunch, buffet. This one is going to feed me for a day or two, my family. The pack of, the lion family, whatever you call them. I think there's a word for it. The pride, yes. It's going to feed the pride for a few days. That's the word I was looking for, the pride. So guys, that's how I understand this. So the attitude of a lion, the king of the jungle, if you want to be the king in anything that you do, trading, you must assume the attitude of the king who is the lion. You want to be the lion. So if you go into the market, you want to come into the market like a lion. You should see this like a meal, okay? The pair, CHF, JPY, whatever it is presenting to you, it doesn't matter. You see this as a meal. You're hungry. You must be hungry. The hunger drives the lion to see a big, somebody who is stronger than a lion, 10 times, smarter, but they see them as a meal. And with that attitude, whatever the elephant does not scare the lion. The lion doesn't back down. He's going to use every tactic, bite, claw, bite, chase, until to wear him down completely. Bite the ankles, bite the tail, bite the back, jump on the neck, claw them on the back, bite the skin, open their skin until they wear them down, get to the neck and choke them and kill them and eat them and have a big buffet. The pride, feed for a couple of days, or eat not for the hyenas and the other scavengers. All right, guys, with that, that's my parting shot. Assume the attitude of a lion if you want to succeed in anything online. Doesn't matter. It's not only trading. And with that, guys, I'm going to see you in our next training. But make sure you do me one favor. Subscribe and share this video with the loved ones. Why do I want you guys to subscribe? So we can grow this channel, so we can reach more people with this message. If you like this message, that is. And I can ask you, why haven't you subscribed? There's about 1,000 of you on here, and we only have like 1,000 subscribers. If all of you, 99% of you here have not subscribed, and 99% of you guys who are going to watch on YouTube have not subscribed to this channel. What is the reason? If you like what we are sharing, subscribe, okay? Subscribe. We're going to smash this. Because this information, if it lands on the right hands, it can change people's lives. That is the only danger. That's the only risk that this information has, that it can change your life. Okay? It can change yours. It can change other people that you know, people that you care about. So share this, subscribe, hit the bell notification. So when we upload the next training, which will be tomorrow, during the next training where we're going to be taking this account to much bigger numbers, we want you to be part of it. We don't want you to miss anything. And then, of course, in this channel, we share other things. We're going to be talking about crypto, what is going on in the crypto market. There's a bloodbath. Okay, you can see here. Oh, the bloodbath is changing a little bit. In the last 1 hour, you can see there's a lot of greens. Okay. But if you look at today, there's a lot of greens. Look at the weekly one. Oh, that looks bad. Okay. Look at the monthly one. Down. Okay. So that's bad. Look at the yearly one. Well, it looks really good. Okay. Some people made big money with meme coins, bonk, 7,000 times. So some guys, if you put 1,000, you'd be at 7 million. If you put 1,000 here, you'd be at 43 million. If you put 1,000 here, you'd be at 15 million. If you bought the Brett when it came out with $1,000, look at how much you'd be at. Multiply this by 1,000. 15 M. That's why you see some of those guys telling you they made millions. Look at Sol. This is an altcoin. Look at BTC itself. If you bought BTC at 16,000, right now BTC is at what? BTC is at almost 70, 67, 66, 67. Okay, if you look at BTC, 65. Sorry, guys, you can see right here, 65,000, 144. So if you had just put $1,000, you'd be multiply that by 144. Okay, 14,000 and some change. Your $1,000 would be at almost 14K. Guys. Yeah. So that's why all these people, these are things we teach in the Smart Wolf Club. Okay, so you can learn how to be self-sufficient, self-sustaining online. Okay, so you can have the freedom to work from wherever you want, achieve your goals and dreams. We are all in this together. We are all looking and doing the same, trying to achieve our goals and dreams online. So come and join us. We walk the journey together. Don't be left out. Goodbye, and may the Almighty help those of you who are going to put this in practice. May you succeed in your trades. In our next training, we're going to be showing you how that account is growing. We're also going to be showing you other strategies in Forex, crypto, digital marketing. Actually, we're going to be building an e-commerce site for one of our students. We're going to do it live with her permission. We're going to build an e-commerce site using AI. Very simple. Everything is automated. Okay, it's like as passive as it gets. Same thing in crypto. We're going to show you some of the passive strategies that our members are using. Okay, you do this one thing once. Same thing with Forex. We're going to show you some of the passive Forex trades that some of our members are taking using some very special algorithmic trades. You know, just use a bot, AI, takes your trades and closes your trades for you. So you don't have to be glued in front of your TV or computer or phone, because this thing closes and takes trades. All you have to do is set it up in the beginning, set your risk management, set your investment, set your risk tolerance, your return on investment, whatever you wish, desire, and let it go. It goes to the market, goes up and down, closing, buying, selling, closing, buying, selling, closing, getting out of the market, getting hedged. You have to unhedge it. So it gets really passive. Of course, there's some work that you have to do, but it gives you the freedom to do what you like. You're studying for another degree, or you want to stay home and take care of your kids full time. It gives you that opportunity, and you have some money coming in, guys. And we teach you all this strategy. We're talking about freedom of time, space, location, and money. That is our goal. That's what we are looking for. Every day we wake up, what are we looking for? Make some money, and we can have some freedom, achieve some goals, and help the community. So join us, and so we can do this together. Okay? See ya.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing